All right, so we're out here at the start of the trail. I aired down now to, I don't know, a little under 15 PSI with these little, I forget what they're called. I'll link them down below. But these valves that basically allow you to pop this thing, air down from 40 to 15 in like 10 seconds. It's pretty nice. And then I don't care too much about getting like exact. So anywhere in like the 13 to 17 range is okay with me, and then I just air them back up pretty evenly. I just want to be nice and squishy for the bumpy off-road trails. So we actually started this out. I was driving Talon's truck for a while here just to kind of compare the different tunes and the throttle grenade he has. A couple different things. He has a little bit nicer suspension than I do with the DSC adjustment. And the main thing is he still has his sway bar underneath there, which actually, I way prefer driving a truck on the road with a sway bar, as does anyone. So mine does not have a sway bar, so it's a little cushier off-road probably, and flexes a little bit better at the sacrifice of much more body roll on pavement, but a nicer and more flexible ride off-road. Is it worth it? I don't know. Definitely it's nicer driving through some of the mountain passes on the freeways and stuff having a sway bar. So I don't have mine anymore. I threw it away like years and probably five years ago. But I've contemplated like getting another one and putting it on. But I may have to drive Talon's truck a little more because we're very similar spec. Roughly same lift height, both on Toyo 35 ATs, like full build, bumpers, sliders, skids, tent, rack. Oh yeah, what did I say? ATs. Oh, well I have MTs now. So we both are on Toyo open country MTs. I may have accidentally said ATs, my bad. But we're both on the exact same tire in the exact same size. His is a newer truck than mine, and his is the Access cab. But other than that, they're pretty similar, so pretty similar driving characteristics. So I may drive his around a little more and reevaluate my sway bar decision, but I don't know. Anyway, we're aired down. I'm already getting attacked by mosquitoes over here, so I need to put on some bug spray or a long sleeve. But we're gonna hit the trail here. Another trail where it's just Talon and me, so I may do my little tripod setup stuff and give you a little more trail action, since going with another YouTuber guy and not having anyone else, it's like our time to be more YouTubey versus when I go out with just other non-YouTubers. I try to be super respectful and basically never stop. So that's why you find me a lot of times just filming through my windshield or whatever, because I'm either being respectful to Ashley, even though she doesn't care when I stop and junk, or other people. But when it's just us two, I'll probably stop a little more. Dang it. There was a moose. Just ran right into these bushes, but I missed it. Sorry, guys. Putting in some work for these shots. Apparently it's cardio day. Nice out here though. It's been a secret, but we shipped our trucks to Ireland for this one. All right, so we made it up to a spot. I don't know if it's the spot. This is one of my favorite trails. You've seen it in quite a few videos, and I love it. And I don't talk about the trail name because today, like, we didn't see another person, and we've been out here just taking all the little back trails for the last couple hours. Here's the view. And so this isn't the spot I had in mind to camp at. I've been up here one other time, but it was when it was super snowy and icy, and I couldn't make it up that kind of tricky section there just because it was all iced out. So this is the first time I've had the truck up here. I've hiked up just to check it out. It's a pretty nice Alpine lake. Talon over there snapping some photos, but we're way up high, nearly 13,000. I think my watch is usually off a bit. My watch says 12.5. So this is definitely the most tiring video I've done, setting up the tripod and running back to get it and everything. So hope you have enjoyed that. You can see obviously there's still snow melting off here. So a lot of snow melt runoff. And about 50% of the times I come out here, I see a moose. I did see one this time, but didn't have my camera out. He was actually just crossing the trail right in front of the truck. But there's a lot of fun water. And a bunch of these little alpine lakes. I'd call them ponds probably, but I think some of them were named, and they're named lakes. So I want to bring Ashley up here sometime to do some paddleboarding on some of these alpine lakes because I think she'd really enjoy that. So it is, what time is it? It's 7 o'clock, so we have an hour and a half of sunshine left. So we may maybe just hang out the rest of the night here because this is pretty dope. Pretty dope spot. Yeah. And what do you have, service? Nah. I have, it says 1 bar of nothing. Extended network. All right. Cool. I'm going to set the camera down for a bit. All right. After much deliberation, we've decided to continue on because we're out here just exploring, finding spots, making waypoints. Oh, there's the little baby marmot out. I don't think this will zoom enough. Right, you can't see it. Right there's little baby marmot. But we're gonna continue on. Probably end up going in camping at the spot that I usually camp in. But gonna check this one off for later. because the spot I usually camp in is definitely the most popular spot up here. So for next time when that's taken, I'm gonna take this spot. So I added this way spot to Onyx Off-Road where it'll give you GPS cords. That's what my thumb's hiding right now. You can add notes, photos, share this with a friend. Check out these iPhone photos. Not a bad little spot, huh? So I've been getting my friends to get Onyx so I can share spots with them where I want to go camping, and they can get a general feel of the area. So if you also want to get Onyx and share it with your friends, feel free to use my code for 20% off. All right, off we go. Sections like this, the front camera's nice. Not this particularly, because I can see over I can't see over the hood. But on the Stinger, off-road plus front camera, can flip it to rear camera as well. What's up, Talon? It's nice. It's nice. You don't have to get out as much. Move it, buddy.
Learn how to drive.
So we are kind of dicking around. We're kind of thinking about waiting till it gets a little darker so we could take some cool kind of night light bar photos. Since we're usually deep in dinner prep at nighttime, so we're just kind of dicking around, checking out some spots. So we're going whoop, 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 over to there. If we just beelined it, it wouldn't take too long, but we're gonna do lots of photo breaks, I think. This is like a content trip, kinda. I don't think I talked about it. We're doing this because we're not even cooking. We just picked up sushi at King Soopers. So we're just gonna, when we get to camp, or maybe even before, just stop for a quick dinner and then roll on. All right, so we did make it to camp. I bumped the exposure way up. It's quite a bit darker out here than when it looks on camera. I just wanted you to see while we had a tiny bit of light left, so pulled in here. Whenever you're camping, my general rule, which is widely accepted, is don't create like your new tracks, right? Like leave no trace, stay on the trail. So don't go just like pull off and camp somewhere that you feel like has the coolest view. So this is a very beaten in path. This is a very clear camp area. There's a fire pit. So whenever possible, try to camp where it's like already humans have come and done stuff, rather than just like blasting off over the tundra to find like the dopest Instagram camp spot. So that's my little PSA. So we got set up here. Talon's got his overalls on. Anytime I see people wearing overalls, I'm like, that looks nice. I should get a pair.
Pretty comfy.
I should get a pair. So Talon's tent is a wedge tent, opens up like that. His swing out will open up, so we'll have a table. So to kind of be this area we're hanging out in, my tent will open up, come down this way, and I'm sure I'll do a little bit on my tailgate as well. But that's kind of the setup, and then our views are going to be out this way towards this lake. And it is going to be beautiful, but we're just going to get set up now. All right, I think we got some pretty good footage this trip, more so than usual, honestly. So we got like full rock light action. Set up a little string light up here that spans, goes from tent to tent. We're not full on docking or anything this time. I know you guys are disappointed about that, but we're still in close enough proximity. So Talon has got some of our food in there, drinks and whatnot. Well, my bungee strap didn't hold my Dometic water, so it flung back in there. I got my camp in. Actually here, this is what you gotta get, the Diamondback light underneath. So that's just powered by some batteries under there. Sticks on, super easy install. But you put it right in the back here and it illuminates your tailgate, obviously, for cooking and whatnot. And then inside your bed as well. So we kind of plan to not cook food. So I don't think we're gonna really cook anything. I brought some Spam and eggs and rice and stuff. Talon, I think, is ducking out pretty early in the morning, so he may just peace out. And I probably will too, because I'm lazy. But if for some reason we hang out for a while, I may cook that up in the morning. Don't think a whole lot else is going on here. I'll probably switch these guys to red mode, turn off my radio, and eat some sushi. Just wanted to show you all the setup. So I brought my Vertex jacket. This is my favorite jacket. I'll link it down below. If you just need a jacket that is somehow super warm but doesn't like crazy overheat you, this is the jacket. So I knew it was gonna be relatively cold tonight, so I packed that in there. As always, I just got the Vertex contingency duffel stuffed full. I was talking to Vertex today about doing a custom colorway of this because it's my favorite duffel. It's like my most used bag of all time ever now. I just use it because I use it for travel on planes and I use it for Overland type adventures. This was a limited run multicam black, but I'm kind of thinking of doing a run like an LLOD edition, like olive green or something like that. It'll take a long time, like won't be out for like a year or something, but chime in with your thoughts below because this is my favorite bag and we were just talking about maybe we do a cool run of something that's more kind of, I mean, multicam black's obviously my speed, but something that is like olive green or something like my usual. I actually brought a cooler as well. It's just these ones I liked. They're the Pelican soft coolers, but they don't make them anymore, but I still have mine. And then just Pelican case of camera gear. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna eat some sushi. All right, I also bought a bunch of cheapy Amazon lanterns that I've been testing out, so I'm gonna do just for fun. Like just found ones with pretty good ratings that I like the features of. A lot of them have hooks and magnets, and most of them are this warmer color temperature or an adjustable color temperature. So been testing those out, and that's just for the gear nerd part of me. I just like little things, so I'll be doing a video at some point. If you have any recommendations of cheap little lanterns to throw into the mix, let me know. I got the Dometic water set up here and brought the Pelican out for a little table for my little roll. So gonna dig in. Talon's getting his string mood lighting set up perfectly in his tent, and then he'll join us for a nice quiet evening of snacks. Which, by the way, if anyone's ever wondering, actually two things, guys. So this, where we get some light. This stuff, pretty good. I only have one piece. We're trying different jerkies so Talon can find his like chewy leather stuff. But this, the piece I had is pretty tender, so I think he's gonna be disappointed. But these, oh, these are, I mean, they're like those Hershey's like cookies and cream bars, but in Hershey Kisses form. Good. Highly recommend. All right, it's like several hours after eating sushi now. Just hanging out, talking as usual. And I think there's even less light pollution out here. You can't tell. We turned some lanterns on and stuff, so it may be harder to see. And I don't think this camera would pick it up anyway. But last trip, we took some astrophotography on our real cameras, our SLRs, and that was kind of fun. And then Talon was playing around with the night mode, which I've actually never done on a tripod. So what you see here is a tripod, this Peak Design tripod, not sponsored, just spent a crazy amount of money on a tripod. But I'm so glad I did, because otherwise we wouldn't be out here playing around with the stars. So this isn't going to come through. Maybe I'll toss some of these up on screen. I'll film the left side of my phone and toss some on the right side. This was like the first attempt with like a 3-second one handheld, I think, maybe. And then once you put it on a tripod, it detects that and it's like, okay, we can let you shoot up to 30 seconds on the main 1x zoom lens. And then that was the first attempt at the 30-seconder on a tripod. So that's the Milky Way, obviously. But it looks crazy. Just like an iPhone photo looking like that. I don't know. I'm impressed, obviously, but then we light painted the trucks a little bit. And it's definitely brighter on the video screen than it is on my phone. Like, it looks much more natural on my phone, but man, I'm so impressed. This one you can see there's a plane flying by in that one. Anyway, one of my technically Talon's coolest discoveries on the phone as of late. Pretty sweet. Because yeah, last time we set our DSLRs up on tripods and didn't. But I mean, these are like, I don't know. I would almost say better than the ones we took on our SLRs. We didn't really put a whole lot of effort into it. But this, you just push a button and it does it. Insane. All right, we are winding down for the night, so gonna brush and I think head to bed here pretty quick. I didn't realize that the Dometic had a light. So when it's on, there's a little light under here. That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. All right, Talon, say good night.
Good night. See you in the morning.
Good morning. Morning, pee-pee. So Talon decided he's gonna hang out for a bit. So I'm gonna cook up some breakfast here. Got the Jetboil Genesis base camp hooked up to my propane. I've talked about this in my one bin camping video. So if you want more info on that, I'll link it up here in the top left corner. I'm making a traditional Hawaiian breakfast here. Some Spam. I just brought a handful of Spam singles. Got some fresh eggs from home. And we're gonna see how this works. I got some of this pre-made rice. I'm gonna drop it in the skillet and heat it up. I think it'll work. We'll see. I actually forgot to restock my cooking oil. So I'm gonna cook the Spam first and hopefully that provides enough juices to...
I've got some.
Oh, you do? You got some.
Got garlic.
Oh, interesting. We'll start cooking the Spam first anyway, and we'll see if we need some oil. Talon's prepared. Talon is ready. So I lost my bushcrafter, so I grabbed another knife. This is a Bradford Warney little boy. Could use your little guy, but... So I'm gonna dice up the Spam a little bit. I use the Spam container as a cutting board.
Mountain Hatch is dirty.
Mountain Hatch hasn't been cleaned in a while. All right, so Gordon Ramsay edition, very important. Spam is really easy to mess up. Just kidding, you can't mess it up. I cut it into little like cubes basically, toss it in the pan, and just fry it up. I like it crispy on the outside, that's the key. Never actually eaten Spam like right out of the can or anything, that's kind of wild. In that case, it'd just be kind of like cat food. But put it in the pan, cook it up. It's already leaving behind some pretty good oil, so I don't think we'll need anything for the eggs. All right, so now I've added the rice to it. We'll let that mostly just heat up because this is just like, put it in the microwave rice. Added a little bit of water to it to try and keep it moist, and then crack a few eggs in. All right, drop some eggs in here. Little confined space. I don't know whether I'll be able to not break any of these yolks, but we'll try. All right, well, we got them flipped. I did break at least one yolk, probably more, so party foul. All right, we topped it off with the multi-spice, a little bit of pepper, salt, cayenne, and garlic. Cheers, mate. All right, I did in fact screw up all the eggs. They're still good though, but they don't got that runniness that they should. This is a, have you ever had it? It's a staple Hawaiian breakfast. Fun fact, I lived in Hawaii for 4 years. That's where I graduated high school. My dad was stationed there in the Army for a bit. Talon says this is the worst breakfast he's ever had. No. But I like cooking, and I don't do it that often, but corned beef hash, just like in a can, so good. Even make some breakfast burritos out there. But a little Spam and rice, a little egg, some views. It got pretty cold last night, but it really has warmed up this morning once the sun hits, so it's a nice morning so far. So I get questions sometimes how I clean pots and pans. I'll usually get a paper towel and try and get all the main junk out, and then some water and Dr. Bronner's and a little sponge, and then scrub it out. And even though this is all natural, biodegradable, everything, I will usually try to like dump out the water in the fire pit or something, so that way it's not potentially harming any of the plant life. We are ready to roll, all packed up. Fast, easy, light. iCamper Skycam Mini did great. Talon's little proto FSR is nice. Super fast to set up. Both of these tents just take like a minute or less, set up and tear down, so that's what we love.
That one will be coming out hopefully by the end of the year.
So probably check Talon's channel for updates on that. And then we're gonna roll out and I don't know, probably just head down, but kind of take our time. Got those Vertex socks going. They're actually really nice. You probably didn't even know Vertex made socks. They do. This is also another colorway of Vertex's flannel. So I'll link both of those down below. But you can use code LASTLINE, one word. Save 15 or more % off of everything. One thing I also always try to do is when it's not challenging terrain or anything, I'll switch into two-wheel drive, so that way when you're turning around on like less trafficked areas, you're not tearing up the ground. So just switch from 4 to 2 and you'll do a little less damage. All right, we're all aired up now, even though we're heading the same way and gonna be on the radio together for a while. Take it easy, dog. Check Talon's video, it's already out. I'll link it up here if I didn't earlier. All right, guys, we're back here for the driveway breakdown. People ask about the RAV quite a bit. Ashley still has it, drives it, it's her daily driver. It just, we haven't done anything different to it. It just works and she likes it, so quick update. She still likes it. I talked a lot about gear already in this whole video, so I don't think this driveway breakdown will be very long. So still have the mountain hatch. I don't think they sell it in orange anymore, probably for good reason, because mine is so filthy. I actually just soaked all this with simple green and scrubbed it with a brush. So this is like post cleaning, and it's really beat up. Obviously I kind of use and abuse my truck, but I don't know I'm talking about that necessarily. But as per usual, everything just stored nice and securely under the Diamondback. I talk about it a lot. I don't think you guys get sick of it though, but this setup just allows me to store all this stuff in my truck, and I don't care when I'm at the grocery store or at a movie or whatever, you know. I just have all this stuff in here. It's out of the elements, a little wet because I was spraying this stuff off when I was cleaning this, but keeps it safe, secure, out of the elements. Love the Diamondback. So under here I just kind of keep some Dometic chairs, benches. There's my camping bin, shovels. I got an axe under there. My propane tank. Still really been liking this propane tank. And again, I forget. I always get the pounds and the gallons mixed up on how these things are sized, but this is like the 10 or 11 pound propane, so about half width of the normal propane tank. So that's been nice, a little better for the planet. I can just refill it rather than like continuously using those green propane bottles. And then I can use it for like the iCamper Disco or the Jetboil Genesis or fire pits or whatever. So still liking that setup, and it's just a little bit wider than like the wheel well, so it kind of uses somewhat unused space. And then over here is just the Dometic water jug, and there's the electric pump there. So some stuff's kind of sliding around the old truck bed a little bit, but that's what I got back here. iCamper Skycamp Mini, talked about it a little bit. Still loving this tent. Waiting for, I just have the regular Skycamp 2.0 or 3.0 mattress with the condensation mat, which is an upgrade from the 2.0. I don't even know, is it a 2.0? Whatever, this is the newest one. And the mattresses got slightly upgraded, but they have an air mattress now, an inflatable air mattress that you can get in here. So I'm waiting for those to come back in stock, and I'm gonna put one in because I have one in the X cover that I like a lot. Normal stuff, talked about it before. Contingency duffel. Chime in down below if you'd like to see a limited LLOD run of these, what color scheme you think we should do here, and I will make it happen, man. I'll make it happen. Because again, I've talked about it in some videos, but I'm sure everyone doesn't watch all my videos. I'm working with Vertex now to design some more stuff. I've been loving their products for a long time. And they're like, Mike, you've been such a fan of the products. Let's rope you in more to helping with some fitment testing and trying out kind of beta test bags, giving feedback. So I'm working a lot with them on some development of some products. I'll have some signature products, well, at least one signature product with them coming out. But this is a flannel. They have this in a handful of different colorways. I love flannels. I'm going to do a whole video on flannels, just why I love them, and then talking about the Vertex one in specific. And I do still really like this. Like, I'm not a guy that just loves every product that Vertex puts out, like probably less than half of them, but the Delta Stretch, my pants I wear every day. This jacket, absolute awesome, so warm and comfy. Flannel's nice. Other than that, we just got some random stuff. Kit, dirty socks, you know, the huge. Keep a paper towel roll back here. This is the sunshade. This is the seat delete bed that I've made for Atreyu and now Maple. Front, just my Pelican 1507 Air camera gear. I actually used the GoPro with just the standard Tacoma mount on there. It rained and now my windshield's so filthy. Still been loving the Stinger High 10. Absolutely love it. Talked, I think, in the video a little bit about the front camera and all that stuff. Then here, keep, you know, my normal loadout stuff, some pepper spray, some gloves, a headlamp, a knife. What do I got over here? I actually have a Benchmade. I think it's the Mini Adamus, like this knife. And I used to always keep the bushcrafter here, but I either lost or maybe it got stolen at an expo. I'm not exactly sure, but for now, I got this little guy. I have no affiliation with this company, but it's a Bradford Knives, and I just like Warncliffe. So I bought this a while back and just had never used it. So I was like, I guess I'll just keep that in the truck for now until I get another bushcrafter back here. Med kit, my Yaesu FTM 400 down there, which I actually am just kind of playing around with some stuff. I put on a little magnet mount, so that's that. And then this, boom, boom, bam, super secure, like that. Cool. All right, well, that's it, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Starting to rain again here. It's been a crazy last month in Colorado, where at my place in the mountains anyways, I live in the mountains, has been raining like every day. Like not all day, but just like sprinkles here and there, and then every once a week maybe we get like a decent thunderstorm. But it's been a weird year all around for weather. The end is coming maybe. I feel like I should make some more prepper videos now. Anyways, as always, appreciate the comments down below. Chime in what you liked, what you hated, what you'd like to see, topics, gear, trucks, whatever. Let me know. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Oh, I'll be at Overland Expo Mountain West at the end of August. So I'll give more details on that later, but if you want to go to the show, go. I'm planning to like do some cool stuff this year, maybe do some giveaways or something, so more on that later. All right, take care.